Morning everyone. Right, today I'm going to be following along with Kylie Coo's eco mini series that she's just started. I've watched several of Kylie's eco videos that she's done in the past, and I just absolutely love her. She uses cereal boxes and just junk journal received through the mail. Now, many of you will know, and some of you might remember this. This is the journal cover that I did for, wait for it, Mixed Media Morsels number 12, and here it is. It's still as it was the day that I created it. So Kylie has given me the kick up the bum to actually make a journal with this and finish it off. Now look at that box. That box is full of university prospectuses, various clothing magazines that I've been hoarding on to, Bowden, soft furnishing magazines that I had through the post, all kept with the intention of making junk journals, and so far I haven't made a single one. So this has given me the kick up the bum to actually do something with them. And this here is another box full of cereal boxes and paper bags that I've been holding. So the outside of mine is already decorated, so I'm going to decorate the inside instead, and I've chosen these two colours here. These are Amsterdam acrylics that many of you know I've been sort of rather hooked on recently, and I've chosen these because I've got these colours in the journal cover and I don't want it to be too busy, so I've just picked out two of those colours. So I'm just going to put a bit of paint off to the right hand side here, and I'm going to use a brayer just to splash some colour, well, not splash, just to put some colour on. I'm only going to use, as Kylie does on her video, just the two side panels, but I thought I might as well decorate the whole piece so that I can use the middle bit for some tags, which I think Kylie's got planned at a later date. So I'm just going to continue to do this until the whole of my inside cover is covered in paint. Right, I continued adding paint to the inside of my box, and I added it with the brayer. I added a bit of white as well, and then I just felt that it wasn't really sort of in keeping with the cover, so I grabbed a magic sponge. This was the sponge that I originally used to make the outside, and I cut it with a knife, just regular kitchen knife, just into some little triangles, and not triangles, rectangles and squares. This was the one I used, and I put some more of the blue and the green and a bit of white, and I stamped the blue on first, then I stamped the green, and then I stamped some white on top, and so I like that now. And then I've cut the spine out as well, so I think Kylie's sort of planning on making tags with that later, so I shall put that to one side. So I've now got the front and back of my journal. And I've pulled out this Hereford Sixth Form College brochure, which I'm going to use to make my pages. So I'm going to take these apart. I've already pulled one out, folded it in half, and I've trimmed it to size. So this is going to form my pages, and Kylie is making 10 regular pages. So I'll glue this together, and then she wants 10 pocket pages as well, so where I shall glue around the bottom and the top and just leave, so it'll be a pocket. So I'll go ahead and do that now, and when I've done that I'll come back. Right, so my pages are all glued together now. So those are the pocket pages, and I added in fact I used the Scotch glue stick. So I added a layer along the bottom and along the side here, and just left the pocket open at the top. And then I just want to show you, these are glued all the way down, and I added glue, concentrating to make sure that I got glue around all of the edges, and then added some in the middle as well. And then I've taken each page individually, and this is the inside of a cereal box, the kind of wax paper. And then I've gone with a credit card, and I've just, paying particular attention to the edges, gone over like this to get rid of any air bubbles and just make sure that my pages are glued down securely. So that's all done. Well, good Lord, look at the state of me. My pages are all painted now, and I did make a slight change. This is one of the pages where I've glued all 3 sides down. Then this is a page where I've glued the bottom and the right hand side so that I have a pocket just at the top. That one is all the sides glued down, and then I decided that I'd like some with a pocket at the side, so I cut out 5 more, trimmed 5 more pages, and this has been glued at the top and the bottom with the side left open. Then that one's glued down on all sides, that one's glued down at the bottom and the right hand side, so it's got a flap at the top. That one's glued down on all sides, and then this one's got the flap at the side, and so that's what I've done. So I've got 5 pages with a pocket at the top and 5 with a pocket at the side, and then 10 flat pages. So right, bring back my journal cover. So that is my journal cover. The colours that I used, by the way, I picked out 3 colours here. I picked out the olive green and the pale blue that you saw me use for the inside of the cover, and then I picked out this deeper blue here. This is cerulean blue, and then I used some white, and I just put blobs onto a piece of parchment paper. And then I've just literally slapped the paint on with a great big fat brush. And I've just used a mixture of all the different colours, and I've painted the pages on both sides. So that's that, and I just love those. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much, Kylie. I'm so glad that I've finally got round to doing this. So then I've made my template as per Kylie's instructions. I've grabbed my ruler and I've come in 1/2 inch from the edge here. So this is the same size more or less as the pages and the cover of my journal. So I've come in 1/2 inch here, and I've drawn a little dot and a little dot, and then drawn a line all the way down. And then I've come in 1.5 inches from each edge, and then I've punched a hole with my crocodile. And then what I'm going to do then is, this is just slightly shorter than my journal, but the cover, but that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to put that over my journal, make sure that it's all the way down, and then I'm just make sure I've got the right side. This has got a thin hole punch and a fat hole punch, and then I'm just going to line it up. Let me just, this is, oh, what am I doing? I'm going in the wrong. Right, I'm just going to line it up like so, and punch a hole like that, and then I'm going to do the same on this side too. Oh, I can never get the hang of this. This is the hardest thing, trying to there we go. And I'm going to do the same on all of my pages and my back cover, and then I'll come back. I just want to show you, after I'd punched the first hole in the journal cover, I found that it was actually easier to take my page with the punches. And I've grabbed 2 pages which are underneath here, tap them down and make sure they're lined up properly. And then I can, once I slide it in, I can actually feel when that's in the right place. It sort of wedges into place, and then I move along then, and I can just feel it when it's in the right place. So then I put 2 back, take the top one, grab 2 more pages, and do the same thing. So again, just lining it up, and I'm feeling when it's clicking into the right place. And I'm just going to continue doing this until I've punched all of my pages. Right, so my holes are punched in my covers and all of my pages. And I've got here, I'm going to tie mine with this piece of ribbon from this lanyard. This was a lanyard that Steve, my husband, has brought back from some business trip that he's been on, I do believe. He picks them up all the time, and I hoard them because I keep the clips that are on the ends, and in fact that's what I've been using for some of my dolls. And I'm just going to try and thread this through. Now let me just grab a piece of wire. I've got a piece of wire here. I'm going to make my own homemade needle. I'm going to bend that in half, and I'm going to poke this through all of my pages. Let me just line them up. There we go. So I'm going to poke that through my pages. There we go. Pull that through. It will come. There we go. Let's just get rid. Whoops, Daisy, I'm probably out of frame. Pull one of the ends through. Keep hold of one and pull the other through. I'm going to do the same with the other side. So grab my makeshift needle, make sure that all my pages are together again, poke my needle, whoops, my needle through all of my pages. Oh, it's gone a bit skewy. There we are, I can feel it coming through the other end now. Right, there we go. And then give it a good tug. Remove my piece of wire now, hold onto one end, and then I can tie just a knot as Kylie. So here we are, here's my first ever finished junk journal. Well, you know, relatively finished, it's compiled. I used a tea light candle just to singe the edges of my ribbon, just to stop those fraying. And let me just give you a flip through. So there's my pages. I've put the spine that I cut out from the cereal box just in one of the little pockets here, and that's it. So I'm not sure what Kylie's got planned, if anything, for this particular journal, or whether that's it for part one of the series. But it's a 10-week series or 10-part series that she's doing, and the idea is that if she whatever junk she's not used at the end of the 10 parts, then she's going to recycle it. I don't know whether I can bring myself to do that, but we shall see. I'm going to aim to try and use as much as I can. I'll leave the link to Kylie's video in the description box below, so I hope you guys will follow along with it as well. I'm sure that I am not the only one that has been meaning since forever to create a junk journal, so I hope you'll follow along too. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like this, and let me know what you think in the description box below, and take care everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.